Thank you for tuning in to Candy Rappers.
Hope you enjoy it.
A segment by Pink Tink.
Hood rich, hood rich. So today's topic of discussion will be what is the difference between and a PR strategy? Okay. Now, I want you to tell me, guys. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, somebody said it broke up. At Pay Some Fire said, what do you be saying? Blocked. Blocked is what I'll be saying to you. Okay. Okay. Anybody wants to be stupid today? Go on ahead because today is gonna be one of them ones. Plain and simple. Okay. Now, what is the difference between a PR stunt and a PR strategy? Okay. And why is it that you think the people have become more susceptible to spotting stunts and speaking on it versus before? How a lot of people used to be at, excuse me, I'm pardon the all of this shuffling in the back is gonna stop in about 2 seconds, hopefully 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes. What do you think it is that made people start, I don't know, wisening up? Now, what does that do to you as the consumer? Okay. When you feel or know that something is happening and it's planned for the sole purposes of, yes, B Minaj, of generating attention that has nothing to do with music, or if it's an actor, it has nothing to do with their movie, or if it's an athlete, it has nothing to do with the sport, right? What do you think Mahogany Divine said, a PR stunt is something when a dud is trying to gain some traction slash attention. A strategy is when they're trying to pivot and distract you. Okay. Mm. um, Shot Todd said, "How does she see the messages?" Well, I slow them down. I can stop and slow them down. Um, Sassy say Aussie said they trying to smoke the mirrors up, but we still see clearly. La La San said it changes the perspective about the person. Now let's get there. Ding ding ding. That's where we want to go. Let's get there with it. Cause I'm actually really interested in your thoughts. Ooh. Maya Moran said stunts be the last resort, child. Woof.
Hey, Nikki.
Hi. Um, okay, so VR says a specific type of activity used as part of a larger PR. Oh, okay. Right. Cam X said a PR stunt is a specific type of activity used as part of a larger PR strategy. Now, I think that definitely um, accurately represents what it is, for sure. Oh, they saying I'm going in and out. I'm going in and out, y'all. Am I? Am I? No? Okay. Okay, so Lala San, go ahead. Unmute if you can.
Well, what I
So
was
elaborate on what you were saying, please, Lala.
right. So, like, what I noticed about the entertainment industry is that when people have like a plan, it can be a good one or a bad one. Like, the people watching it, it changes the perspective. So, like, if you're putting out all these bad things on, the blogs or whatever, like, people are going to think, like, oh, they don't like this person no more. But then the next day, you do something else and it's good, and then boom, your perspective now changes. You know what I'm saying?
Or does it? Um, See, it was a time when the average person who was not in the industry didn't even notice. So my question is, and I'm gonna let you go off, Lala San. Thank you, my darling. My question is, why is it seeming like people are sort of now being able to, not saying they're right or they're wrong if something's a PR now, but isn't it funny how they seem, how the average person seems more in tuned and more willing to be like, oh, next, that's a PR sign. Like before, just a couple years ago, it wasn't like that. Someone said, Helena Barbie said, because it's played out. I, and if it's, and we get that it's played out, right? But like, why do you think people weren't able to see that it was happening before? And now they can. Oh, okay. XA Scrapo said they've become so common and predictable patterns, often hinting towards the same one off and pushed out narratives. That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so now y'all are basically starting to see the patterns. Got it. Oh, Nick the Aries said they didn't want to see it. Woo, 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 woo. Clock that, see. Clock that, see. Um, hey,
Hello.
Nick the Aries, what's up? What you have to say? Hey, bro.
Hi. I said they didn't want to
Mm,
see it before.
mm.
They wanted to be blind to it. So then when they would see stuff, they'd be in denial. Now they're getting tired of it. Now they now they're like, oh, well, maybe it's not this, or maybe it wasn't like that. It's been the same way since the beginning.
Mm.
They just chose the, and then to me, they were jumping on a bandwagon of, of everybody, acting like they didn't see it. So then they're like, oh, I don't understand what they're saying. It's kind of like follow the leader.
Mm.
Like no one had their own thoughts online. I would just see the same repetitive, everybody regurgitating what the next person says,
Mm-hmm. Okay, Nick the
like
Aries. Thank you
daily.
very much, Nick the Aries. Um, well, someone said, Candra's, people think internet is supposed to work in their favor for stunts and strategies, but actually it lifts the veil to other tactics. Cam K the Dream said, we have become desensitized to the internet shenanigans. Hmm. Mm, 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 mm. Now, what happens when you build on a solid rock? What happens when you build on a solid rock, which cannot motherfucking be moved, right? What is that rock called? Thank you, Cuban. Didn't see the rest. It says talent. Yes. Now, if I work in corporate America, right? Which I did for many years. Not no big time job, but hey, I did. If I worked in corporate America, right? And on Fridays, I wear pink. And every Friday I come into work and I know the guys are gonna all stare at me. And I know the girls are gonna be like, oh hey girl, oh I like that. What you got? Where you got that French hat? Right? And then because of the attention I'm getting on Fridays, naturally, my boss might say, oh hey, you know what, I'm going to give you this project, because you're on the boss's mind now. The boss wants to do something, get someone involved, and they think about you first because you're getting some attention in the office. Now, 365 days later, no one too much cares, right? And then not only does no one care, but now they start looking into your work. They start looking into, all this time we've been, paying attention to her wearing pink on Fridays. We really ain't been checking on what the bitch really been motherfucking handing in. Let me tell you something. This is a true fucking story. And to the woman who did this shit, I wish I knew who you were still. I wish I could still meet you. Yo, let me tell you something. This shit is one of the craziest things I've ever seen and witnessed personally. In high school, there was a teacher who gave us lots of homework. And we all know we'd get homework every night. He but he would not necessarily read through the papers. It was obvious that he would skim through, right? However, people were still way too scared to do anything. We would just do our fucking homework. We didn't even notice that he don't really be reading this shit. So I guess somebody a very unassuming girl. I'll never forget her. Very unassuming, sweet, polite, pretty girl, right? Quiet. She was an Asian girl, but I am forgetting the country. Okay? Anyway, she's the one of the people that if you would have looked at her, you would have thought she do everything by the book. That girl looked like she used to be, everything about her was so neat, put together. You could just tell she had it together. Honey, one day the teacher called her name and she walked up to the desk. I have never seen someone turn completely red before my eyes until that moment. He showed her a copy of last night's homework. Bitch, do you know what this woman had been writing on the man homework every night? She was doing it so neat. She would put the header and then she would put the subjects, the particular, things and underline them. And then she would write so neatly. And you got to think this is like 3 to 5 pages of homework, right? He called her up there and she was petrified. But we didn't know what he was saying and, whatever. But we just saw him showing her the paper and her pretending like she was going to try to read it. Come to find out, the entire time of this girl being in that class every single night, she had just wrote anything she fucking wanted because she knew he was not going to read it. Sucked for her, though. He gave her enough rope, kept on giving her enough rope, maybe to see how much disrespect was going to occur. Or maybe because he wasn't reading it at all. And then, what she didn't know at the end of the semester, maybe he starts reading the shit. Sweetheart, the girl was writing, I don't care. I don't care about any of this. This is stupid. I cannot wait to leave this stupid fucking class and be out of the school. I'm right. Like, I do not know where the balls, okay, came from. All I know is till this day, that might be one of the hottest bitches I ever met in my whole life, okay? She, of course, failed the class. I don't know what they ended up doing to her afterwards. I never saw her again. I thought, oh, well, maybe she just did that for that night. And, she'll be okay. She's a good student. She seems so good. No, she did that for every one of his homeworks for the entire fucking semester. But see, one thing about the clown, you see, it comes back to bite. You see, every night while everybody was stressing themselves out to get all this man's homework done, it was our social studies class. Every night when everyone else was stressed and sad and, like just aggy that we got to do homework. Not Miss Lady. She had it all figured out. She was going to cheat her way. And let me tell you something. I guarantee you, because those kinds of things are not things that you just start doing one day and no, never stop. Like if you are into that kind of rush, knowing how much trouble you can get into, right? I guarantee you. Not only has she probably been doing something like that, no, but that she did it after. It's people that became doctors and lawyers who didn't do their own homework, who didn't actually learn anything, who always cheated their way through life. What always what's always funny to me is that they think that it will never catch back up. Like that's what I don't be understanding. I'll be like, yo, it's no fucking way. But in this girl's situation, in my opinion, because I'm not a doctor, I would definitely say that has to be some sort of something, like I don't know if it's sociopathic or psychopathic or one of those things where, you don't feel the type of fear or empathy or consequences. I don't know what it is, right? But you don't think when she got to college she did shit like that again? Let me tell you why. This is why. It's because you train just like how if you want to work out, you train that physical part of your body, right? So a man who works out, let's say that his arms, he's already been working out his arms for years and years and years. So, whether he went to the gym yesterday or not, he can grab, all the bags, of food. He's worked that muscle, right? A person who cheats their way through everything, they're working a muscle. They're working a muscle that tells them they can get away with shit that other people can't. That tells them they don't have to do the work like other people. That tells them they can skate through while laughing at others who are being, burdened by whatever the fuck it is, whether it's school or work. You know, it was another girl in my high school. She wore the best of clothes all the time. It wasn't until I think our senior year that I found out that honey child, and I don't know if it's well, well, it wasn't until my senior year that I had found out she had been just, going to certain malls, certain stores in the mall or whatever, buying the clothes, wearing the clothes, and taking the clothes back. Because she needed to have the newest shit on so bad that she was willing, okay, to, basically steal, scan, whatever it is, but just at that age, if you're already trying to cheat, steal, and scam and cut corners at that age, honey, all you gonna be doing, no, not the Asian girl. This is a different person. This is another girl. All you gonna be doing, and when you get older, is number one, you're going to have tantrums when you cannot get what those material things anymore. You feel somehow that you are entitled to them because now you've always gotten them. And now, think about it. You see, the girl who was doing that, like making up random stories and just writing anything because she had this beautiful handwriting and her homework was perfect looking. She, you think she want to go home and start studying now every night after she done always had the whole night to her motherfucking self and do whatever the fuck she want to do, bitch? And the girl that was taking all these clothes, I could not believe how much. Like, you think she now wants to walk around in not the brand new fly shit that everybody knows her for? No, because she's made her image off of that. Her self worth now relies on when she walk in the room, people saying, "Oh my gosh, you got the new da, da, da." So if shit don't figure itself out when they get a little bit older, what the fuck you think they gonna stop? No. They've trained themselves now. Oh, okay. I cut corners in life. You understand? And I get rewarded for cutting those corners, honey. And then, and thank goodness, not thank goodness, but I got caught boosting twice. That was enough for me. Okay? Enough for me. Both times it was in Brooklyn. Oh no, I got caught boosting 3 times. One is the time it was in Manhattan. Yeah. Whew. Yes. Yes. Remember when they was thinking they was doing some shit, talking about, oh no, we put foil in the bag, so it's not gonna beep, and had me believing it. Okay. Bob, Nikki, 1280 said what was boosting. Stealing clothes out of huge stores, department stores, Macy's, and stuff like that. Um, Samara 26 said 3 times. Yeah, because, well, the last time was just so fucking dumb. But what I'm saying is, I got caught immediately when I tried to do it the first time. Like, I really had a bunch of stuff in the bag. These dumb fucking cunts lied. Talking about, oh no, it got the foil in there and it don't beep. I should have known. Well, if it got the foil in there and it don't beep, why the fuck y'all dumbass niggas ain't in there getting it? You understand? It was older guys. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh, okay, they must know what they doing. I'm talking about beep, beep, beep. Like, who didn't notice me walking in a huge department store, going to one area and dumping a bunch of the same t-shirts in one bag and then trying to walk out?
All right, let's try this and see what happens. Hey, babe.
Yeah?
Can I have some money?
Just putting the finishing touches on my look. I'm heading out, and seriously, Lyft is an actual must. I used to get
And then the second one was my friend, honey. She had been doing it for years. And she always was having like nice, new stuff. This was another person. So she had been always having like stuff. So, but she used to be going into like cheap stores, and I used to like go, why is you going in these stores? Um, Coming to find out, she said, shh. So she pulled me to the side of the store and showed me. Basically, I was her lookout without even knowing this whole time, right? Soon as I tried to join the party, pow, bam, pow. Excuse me. What do you, look, stop, come here. I said, oh my gosh. I told her I am going to fucking kill you, bitch. Okay. Now, now, they took us downstairs. They said that our photos would be hung up. That's where you're supposed to run. Anyway, so they didn't take us to jail. They said just don't ever come back in here. Okay. Once again, we was leaving with a big ass bag. Each of us had a big ass bag. You couldn't tell us we ain't go school shopping that day. The third time, I'm never gonna get into it. Cause that was neither here nor there. That was the point. The point was that um cutting corners. I was in high school. The second time. The second time I was in high school, I believe that was my freshman year. And the first time, I wonder if I was in summer school. I mean, not summer school. I wonder if it was summer break because I don't even think I was in high school yet. And I think it might have been summer break of going into about to go to high school or whatever. Whatever. That first one time was summer break. So no, I didn't go to the same store after my picture was taken in that store. I never boosted out of that second store again. That's the place they put up my picture. And the third place they put up my picture as well, but that was a different store. And that was so stupid that I did it because I had a bunch of the things from my job to get a bunch of free stuff, but I didn't feel like paying for the socks. So I just threw some socks in the bag, and I was like, whatever, I'm spending hundreds of dollars. It's no big deal. Honey, check out. That's when I felt, you know how when you just know you played your own motherfucking self? And when you just know, like, wow, wow, like this is like, wow, when you really look back on some shit and you be like, yo, this was some really, really some cornball shit. Um, you know, and I think that realization for me was, and that time I was not in high school. That was after high school. But I knew that I would never need another wake up call for that, okay? Um, so here's my point, champ. My point is that When you cheat, you're working your cheating muscle. When you scheme around and try to, all that stuff, you're working your scheming muscles. And then one day, when you need to do the work, you do the work muscle gonna say, bitch, what? We don't do no work. Bitch, do what? You better find somebody else to do it. Bitch, you know your dumb ass don't do this. So my thing is, so my thing is, guys, please always think about what muscle you are working with everything you do. Think about it. Lexi said Nikki cracking herself up. And Papa is saying something I'm not even gonna say. And every time we say what, he turns around, pretends like he didn't say it. Okay. But yeah, so yeah. And I'm not gonna say it. Okay. Okay. Um, the thing about it is everything he gets, we know who he gets it from. Okay. Somebody got him saying something else by constantly walking around him saying DAMN. And now what's the little things called? The little animals is walking around saying that too. Okay, with all the facial expressions to go along with it. And the other one is not as bad. I mean, even worse. I'm sorry. The other one that I'm not going to say is even worse. And with the more facial expressions to match. But I never knew when you tell a child not to say something is when they want to say it the most. I never knew that. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. It's two things I wish that I never told him not to say. Mm-mm-mm. Y'all better talk to him before I do. Barbs, if, you know what I'm saying?
Please like, comment, subscribe, and turn on your bell notifications.
It's nothing major, just hit me on the pager. When you want that good shit, if not, then I'll see you later.
Oh, I love this stupid show.